Well, that was a bust. I ran into town to pick up some mailing boxes or mailing envelopes to mail out some of my irises. And unfortunately, our post office closed at 4. We were in town earlier and I just completely forgot. So I thought, well, I'll just run back into town real quick and get some. And they're closed. They open at 10 tomorrow, but they're only open, I believe it's from 10 till noon. So by the time I come into town, get back to our property, get things set up to mail, and get back into town, they'll probably be closed again. Kind of frustrated about that, but such is small town living. Probably would be able to go to Muskogee, maybe, and mail them from Muskogee. That's a possibility. I'm looking. Oh, looks like we have a carnival. I had no idea that was going on. Wow, it's actually pretty decent sized. That's kind of cool. My only concern for tomorrow, which is why I went ahead and ran out now, is that it has been raining for days, and we are close to flooding on our road. Drove by the creek, which does flood regularly earlier, and I can see water running under the road through the culvert to the other side, and that's usually when we're just about to flood. It looks like we might get a break. We may not have any more rain for the next couple of days. However, I'm looking at the clouds right now, and they're gray and dark and getting thicker by the moment. Big rain cloud right there. You can see it, but it's bigger than that. So I don't know. Hopefully it will blow over, but all the water is still draining towards our area, draining towards that creek area. And we have on our road, it regularly floods. We're talking feet, not inches, feet. Like there's no way you could drive through it. Your car would get covered, and the water was already up just a few feet below the bridge you cross over to get to our area. So I'm just not sure if I'm going to get everything done and in the mail. I have 23 packages to mail out currently right now. Everyone's being understanding, because of the rain and everything. I just forgot. I can order them online, but by the time they get here, which I'll probably do that anyway because I'll have more irises to send out. I'm sure after this batch is sent, I'll still be taking orders this weekend. So I'll go ahead and order some. That way I'm not putting a big dent in what the post office has here in town. But, I was planning on picking up about 30. I've got 23 packages. I'm sure I'll get a few more orders over the weekend. It's kind of frustrating. I'm hoping to use the cardboard envelopes for the most part. There's a trick I have for making them act more like boxes, but it's a standard rate. Boy, do I miss the days when you could mail a flat rate something and it be like $3. That hurts your sales when you're putting the shipping back on your customers, because it hurts the customer. If they're ordering one rhizome, which some of my people are, but the flat rate shipping is more than the cost of one rhizome, you kind of, I may actually, and I tend to add a few more rhizomes to the package, but not enough, some small ones, not enough to increase the weight that would increase the cost of shipping. I wouldn't do that by any means. But it's just sort of a frustrating thing to. I'm going to have to figure out a better way. There's got to be a better way. Because I just, when you're looking at the fact that it's going to be $8.75 for an envelope, you can do the flat rate box as long as, which I think was $9.30. I think we're looking at the possibility of. I think with the envelope, as long as if it fits, it ships. And then there was something else in there that, going by weight. If it's more than a pound, it's going to be more than the $8.75 on another way to ship. But my rhizome, I'm selling for $5, and the shipping's at $8.75. That doesn't seem right. This is the area here. I'm actually going to show you. This area here is where a lot of the flooding and stuff tends to happen. And I'll show you what our creek looks like right now that floods. Normally, if it's flooded, we would not have been able to drive through this road. But look how high this is. Can y'all see that? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So it floods from way about a quarter mile back all the way to about right in here. It'll flood all the way to this area here. So at that point, there's real difficult to get out of this area. There is a back road. It's a dirt road, which clearly if it's raining, you don't want to be going down. It is, you cross over a creek, which has creek gravel in the bottom of it. If it's been raining a lot, it can get kind of high. So in emergency, that's an option, but I don't know that I would want to do that just to go to the mailbox. So yeah. Anyway, well, I'm almost home. But I figured I would do a quick drop in. Kind of frustrated with myself. Should have gone ahead and remembered earlier that we had a car full of groceries, and it's the first time I've been to the grocery store in 2.5 weeks, so car full of groceries. And we needed to get home. So, anyway, all right. I'm looking at these clouds and yeah, I'm seeing rain. It may be a light rain, but I'm seeing rain. That's not going to be much fun. We don't need any more. 13 inches for the month of April, and already almost 3 inches for the month of May. And we're in day 2. So, yeah, okay. Well, that's it for now. I guess I will talk to you guys later. First time I've done one of these kind of things in the car. My daughter doesn't like the camera, and she's usually with me if I'm driving. But I'm alone, so thought I'd drop in and say hey. All right, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Bye now.